Well, good morning and happy Good Friday, dear listeners and dear viewers. Welcome back to Way In, Way Out. Today we're going to be doing our annual cross carry, but we have a twist this year. Mike, what's the twist?
The twist is there's actually a little bit of debate over whether or not he carried the whole cross or just the cross beam. So today we have the hussafell cross to mimic carrying a beam, Zercher style.
Yes. Then alternatively, we have a common interpretation of the way of the cross with our yoke at 300 pounds.
Oh yeah.
We're going to carry it the entire length that Jesus carried it to his crucifixion site. And we're going to talk about along the way on what difficulties we faced.
The cross beam weighs in at 101 pounds with the yoke at 300. And the distance to Golgotha is estimated about 2,000 feet. And so that's what we're going to be doing here on the track.
The belt too constricting, Mike?
Dig it into my ribs. Get enough exhales. Okay.
So what do you think's hard about carrying this weight for this distance?
Cardio. Just the continual bearing down.
Where are you feeling it the most?
Right about my upper traps.
Your hold right now, you're zerchering it. You know, what's that like for weight bearing for a long distance?
The belt was not the way. Cut into my ribs. The lactic acid buildup just from the bicep contraction the whole time. And then obviously cardio being a limiting factor. It's a little cool out.
So even with it being 200 pounds less, not necessarily any easier.
But it's mostly just that you're holding it in a weak position.
All right, you're at the 1 lap mark. You've only got a half lap left. How are we feeling?
Feet, man.
I imagine.
Ankles, feet, shoulders, traps.
300 pounds for nearly half a mile is a superhuman feat.
Making the numbers up there.
Sounds good. That's my...
You know, it doesn't feel like a lot of weight at first. Then it's just like every step after the first lap was torture. Tired. Feel it in my chest.
How are we doing so far, Alex?
We're good. This is good penance. This is good praise.
Where are you feeling it?
I was telling Jimmy, that load bearing across the shoulders is the first place. The second is the hips right down yonder. There's an ever so slight sway to it.
Yep.
As we keep following the track on that turn.
Yep.
So not only is it heavy, not only is it steady state cardio, but also a lot of course correcting.
Stabilization.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, arm's a little sore. My biceps are on fire. Other than that, feel pretty good. Ooh.
A lot of buildup from holding that isometric.
Oh yeah. It was a good challenge.
Very good.
Oh, definitely a lot of focus, just determination, and pushing yourself. Just holding that in tight and holding strong, really.
Take 5, fellas.
What's the final word, Alex?
On this, boy, it stinks. But everyone should do it at least once.
Amen.
All right, so we did it. Jimmy and I carried the 300-pound yoke the entire 2,000 feet. Mike and Eric carried the cross the entire 2,000 feet. Fellas, with the cross, what did we think? What was the most difficult part about it?
Bicep burn and forearm tenderness now.
Yeah, just that pump right there at the insertion, just trying to hold it for that long.
Yep.
That makes sense. Now, when you think about it for steady cardio, was it more or less difficult just based on the position, or what do you think?
I mean, you're better in cardiovascularly intact, we could say,
I mean,
than me.
Cardio-wise, I mean, yeah, just like holding it there so you can't get the ability to breathe and expand, but just get a steady pace.
Yeah,
makes sense. Because Mike, I thought about that when you started with the belt, and then you ditched it.
Yeah, it was. Well, what had happened is I had the belt for bracing, but then it had slid it so far up onto my ribs I could only take sips of air. So we lost the belt on the first or second rest, and then moved on.
That makes sense. Now, Jimmy, alternatively, you and I carried the yoke. What did you think about it as far as bearing the weight and then the challenges with our ability to breathe during it?
You know, I definitely felt it a lot more in like shoulder trap area for sure. You pointed out a little bit about the hips, but the further you went on, the more you like start to round forward, and that's where like it's closing that like your lungs' ability to expand, and then your chest feels like it's trying to like stretch to compensate. It's not great.
Now, what about any bracing? Did you use a belt or anything?
I didn't. I just kind of did the whole active, because I was constantly trying to breathe in and out. So
Yep.
it's more of like an active brace.
Because I did a soft belt and I couldn't imagine using a hard belt on a long distance like that.
I don't want no. The hard belt cuts down your ability to like take a deep breath so much.
It's ridiculous. Well, dear viewers, we encourage you to also take the cross challenge. Whether you do the hussafell cross or you load up an implement with 300 pounds, carry it 2,000 feet and tell us how difficult it was. In the meantime, happy Good Friday, happy Easter, and we'll see you next time.